In Keysanity, I've noticed that it's a lot of people do Sanctuary start and then go straight to CAC because Kakekrio is just completely item rich.
Flute right off the bat in Link's house.
That is amazing. Flute, oh man, that's awesome because you're going to be heading to Kakariko too. So
now it looks like we have 2 runners lagging behind, so I'm sure they'll get started and we'll get them synced up. I didn't see what was in sync, but we're about to see it. 10 arrows.
Just 10 arrows, yeah, not much else. So we have some divergence already, and like we talked about, we have the people who like to start in the Sanctuary and then some who likes to start in Link's house. And Rudolph showing us exactly something that people do in Keysanity often. Setting up the Houlihan room. Ooh, that is nice. The bush crab has 20 rupees, but trolling just a little bit, not letting him grab those rupees.
And first level tree pool is full magic pots.
Also amazing.
So this run's already starting out kind.
Yes.
So it's going to be trolly.
We'll see what Uncle has. We're just waiting for a little bit of catch up here. Don't worry about your streams, guys.
Yeah, so the stream delay, they're pausing the streams. They usually like to try to sync everybody up. So they're probably going to try to sync everybody's time up.
Whoa!
So you'll probably see time start all the way up till they catch up. What did we see?
Fire Rod on Uncle.
He actually has something interesting.
He had something interesting. That is a full pot fill and Fire Rod. Wow.
Oh, I mean, that's a weapon. I actually think that Mentos should probably go straight to escape. He can kill everybody. Yeah, that's where he's going to go.
Yeah, I would do it. That is an easy, clear weapon, because even though it uses a little bit of magic, you don't have very many enemies to kill. And we're going to see what's in this chest here. A key to get to Ganon's Tower. Not entirely important.
It can be. So given the logic from Keysanity, the Ganon's Tower big key can actually still be in Ganon's Tower. I've seen seeds where it pops up there. It's not impossible. I mean, you got to think there's 20-something chests in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, very true. And getting a few keys early is a good thing. But of course, we have 216 item locations, so we'll get an idea of what's coming up with that. We got see
major route divergence. Oh
yeah, a lot. Whoa, RudolfFahrenheit going straight for Sir Hashala.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He raged or route divergence early. But yeah, blue armor and the what is it? The thieves drop.
Yes, the thieves hideout drop right there. Pod small key. We're going to see quite a bit of those because there are 6 or 7 total pod keys. I don't remember the exact count.
I believe there's 6.
Yeah, so 6 total pod keys, and you need 4 at the minimum if you know Hammer Yump, and 5 in order to clear without getting locked. So that's important to know that you're going to see a lot of those. It's going to make it feel like you need to go to pod early, but probably not. Somebody
said somebody got a sword, I believe.
Yes, mentosman got a sword and escape. And so did Centroid41. Apparently that was right there at that key guard on the right.
So we got an Eastern Palace check already, though. That's early Eastern Palace.
That's very early, without checking any other Sphere Zero locations. Very interesting. I wonder if this is going to pay out for him. TGH doing the typical run. This is actually where I like to go. I like to get Kakekrio, and it was the hammer and the mirror.
Oh.
Kakekrio is given some love.
Well, hammer, he got hammer and mirror. Wow.
That's wild. That is that's extremely valuable. That's crazy.
Yes, TGH does have blue mail. It probably just hasn't gotten recorded yet. There's a lot happening on all the screens, and there's a lot more route divergence than you normally see. So bear with the trackers. They're going to have a lot to keep up with. And that was the big key to Turtle Rock or small key?
Yes. Big key to Turtle Rock is in Eastern Palace.
Yeah, that means we'll probably be going to Turtle Rock at some point. I mean, you usually do anyways in Keysanity. It's just how early they have to go is going to be the question.
Yeah, and in case chat missed it, it is a green pennant on Ice Palace. So that's going to be interesting to see. I'm wondering if that's going to be needed.
Big key for Swamp. And red mail.
Red mail already. And big key for swamp. That's literally only one item location though. Big key for swamp is not entirely important.
It usually here's the thing with me and big keys and Keysanity. I usually use them as a guidance tool on what dungeons are going to be required in the race. Like, I would not be surprised if swamp's required. And they did get powder as well.
Yes. And on mentosman's screen, we have the map for Ganon's Tower. Totally useless.
So here TGH made a very fun start. He's going to be happy. He's going to get to check almost every location. But once he goes to Link's house, he's going to be a little sad because he's going to have to come back to do his flute.
Yes, he's going to have to come back to activate that flute, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, this is early Magic Bat and logic. Early Magic Bat.
Very. I've not honestly seen a Magic Bat this early in a long time. We got Fahrenheit doing the Dark Room in Eastern Palace.
And triple explosives.
Which is honestly one of the easier ones to do. Doing early Dark Room, Eastern Palace is extremely easy. Not very hard. One of the quickest ones you can learn.
So unless this chest has something, it looks like he only found Bloomerang. I don't know how he's planning on killing everything.
Well, he did find the big key to Turtle Rock. So there's something there, but is it valuable this early? No, not really. Now, he can't... Does he have bombs?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, he had 10 bombs, yeah. So I was about to say, is he going to be able to kill that little wiggler guy?
Yeah, what's the slash chest? Oh!
Bow! It paid off!
So, funny enough, that is a sequence broke bow. I'm sure most of the runners will sequence break and get that eventually, but that is, that's a fun find.
Fun find, early weapon. That's nice. That's nice. It feels good when something like that plays off. He's going to be able to go into Kakekrio, He's going up first. Okay, I was about to say, where are you going? He's going to check the cave, which I don't think we've seen the Lumberjack Cave yet, have we?
We have. It's a full heart container.
Is a full heart container. Okay, I missed that earlier.
Yeah, TGH checked it.
Yeah, and I do want to point out something that mentosman did. He actually went to the bottom left. If you have one bomb and you find yourself running low and you don't want to spend that 50 rupees if you want to conserve, you can bomb the very far left bottom, like little shed-looking thing. And there are 4 bombs in there and some arrows. So it's a good way to fill your bombs up pretty quick without having to spend the money if you're worried about spending the money or you don't have it.
Yeah, TGH should have a flute now. He did go to Link's house.
He does have the flute, just not active.
Yeah, they're just doing their normal, trying to help track her out. So hopefully we'll get to hear mentosman here in a little bit.
Moon Pearl.
Yeah, we're on TGH, aren't we? Yeah, we are. That's early Moon Pearl. So here's my question. So I don't know what kind of runner some of these are, but without bow, if they end up finding gloves here in a minute, how long do you think it's going to be before they even try going to Eastern?
It's a good question. The fact that Rudolph went early, I've seen him run before. He likes to go Eastern like immediately in anything. He does it in open, he does it in Keysanity like we just saw. That's like, he's in this group of people that does that. I think TGH is going to be going to Eastern soon after he does...
Swag Deck National Anthem.
Yes. And I know better than to talk during that. So...
I actually think he may go Death Mountain. He has Mirror and Hammer.
Yes, you're right. He will. This is Teach we're talking about. He is going Death Mountain. Immediately to 1.
No, he didn't.
Is he doing it? Oh no, he hasn't done escape.
He's gonna go get Fire Rod and Sword.
Yes, he hasn't done escape and he hasn't done Uncle. Yeah, that's...
He's gonna be happy going this way first because it'll give him 2 really, really, really good weapons. Not that he needs them. He's already got Hammer. Oh, That one of the bomb pools is bombs, or one of the tree pools is bombs. And so we've seen 3 different levels of tree pool so far. We've seen full magic pots, bombs, and hearts.
So I'm not 100% sure how the tree pools work. I know that I know the locations, but I'm not sure what changes that, because
it's how many enemies you kill and how much damage you take.
That makes sense. So there's an internal counter for all you runners out there. That's something to keep in mind, that if you're on a particular pool and you don't know what's there, all the pools are going to be one thing as you get hit or as you kill enemies. So that's good to know.
I'm not even sure of the exact numbers, but I know 1 kill, no hit, no damage is the first level tree pool. I know there's one that I think is like 4 kills, maybe, no damage, and then one of them's like a damage and maybe a kill or something.
You know, have we seen Race yet? Heartbeats, I think we have.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody's been down this way.
Yeah, and we're getting a lot of the similar runs now. Death Mountain, we're gonna get Dark Death Mountain from mentosman, or at least the old man. He's gonna be doing that. So, but that's the first really spot that we've got that's different than anywhere else other people have gone. So
there you go. 1 to 3 kills is tier 1, 4 kills plus damage is tier 2, and 4 kills no damage is tier 3.
Okay. That makes sense.
Chat has us covered.
Oh yeah, there's always somebody out there who's got their brain turned on.
So I'm pretty sure as soon as TGH gets out of Escape, he's probably going to go straight to Death Mountain. 100%.
Death Mountain is I think, the more logical play right now. I think Rudolph has a slight advantage over going Eastern Palace and finding that bow, but that was a gamble. I can't call it anything else. That's a gamble.
Well, depending on where the location of lamp is for the logic, it's really gonna tell like how much of a sequence break that was for him to find that, because the logic intends you to have a lamp to go get that. So it probably didn't expect you to go there. Oh, did we find Power Glove?
And Ether. Power Glove and Ether are Spectacle Rock.
Nice. So that's already Dark World access for
yes.
TGH once he gets there. He might not check Eastern until he has bow, until it's his last resort.
Yeah. It's such a weird play. Eastern is one of those dungeons that's not too difficult to actually make that run. It's really not, because you can get through Eastern without there are no keys for Eastern out in the overworld or anywhere else. So the only thing that you're stopped from doing is the typical thing in an open run. You can't go to the back. So that's the only thing.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. Like, for me, if I was in TGH's spot and once I had all the Dark World stuff, I probably would not hit Eastern until either I was running out of options for where the bow could be, or until I had bow. So I'm not, well, he's just going to go there. Screw it.
He's going to Eastern. In Keysanity, and Eastern play is actually a really good play, because keep in mind, there aren't item counts. The only count there is the amount of locations. That's it.
Well, see, Eastern doesn't have that many locations either. Like, compare it, this was my thought, compare it to Death Mountain. Like, he has access to the entire right side of Light World Death Mountain, and he has access to the first 2 chests in Tower of Hera, the 2 Spectacle Rocks.
Yeah. Death Mountain, he's kind of closed off right now, though. Even though he can go up. Yeah, no, he's not. I take that back. You're right. He has Hammer. But there's also 7 locations. He's going to flute right away.
Yeah,
so he's only
not
checking
gonna
Sasha.
go. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
I usually couple in Sasha with Eastern Palace, because it's 7 locations in Keysanity. That's 7 total locations that aren't that hard to get to.
Yeah, but I won't do... Like, I agree with TGH's play. Like, he's not going to want to do Eastern until he can clear it. Like, once he gets the big key, he may go dip it.
Yeah, that's also a very good play. He's not worried about Lamp. He's definitely not worried about Lamp. He's wanting that big key. And
Mushroom, Ice Cave.
Got some cold shrooms up in that chest. So let's see, what is Centroid gonna do? He's making that Sasha play as well, and I call him Sasha just because I don't like saying Sarasha Malashala or whatever his name is.
So the chat's helping us point out that while we weren't looking, Mentos found Ice Rod and had Tower of Hera.
Nice. That's very helpful, and thank you, Chad, for pointing that out.
That screams T-Rock.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That screams that they're going to be finishing T-Rock this seed.
Oh yeah. I'm waiting for the Kane to pop up.
Nice, Raider. It's always good to finish your first Keysanity, and 333 is not bad for a first-time run.
Oh yeah, that's actually look. The first time I ever ran a randomizer seed, this was before Keysanity existed. I literally took 5 hours. I was so lost, and it was because I didn't know Mimic Cave existed.
Titans mitts.
The Titans mitts. Oh man, and the secondary
and silver.
Silver.
Okay, so I think we found new Hype Cave.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Even though I think Hype Cave is still going to have something for us this time. Because it's just, in Keysanity, it's inevitable. A lot of these overworld locations are going to have hype.
Yeah, but I mean, we just found both the Titans mitts and the silvers in the same room.
I will say this, though. Rudolph is going to have bow with silvers.
Yeah, he's going to have it early, too. The shroom is a single green rupee, and he picked it up just for good measure.
Yeah, I may have done the same thing just out of spite.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure TGH is going to get both items.
mentosman8 is doing an interesting sequence break here. He doesn't have Moon Pearl. And if you drop as Dark Blink, which in this case is a bunny sprite that is all negatived out, you can do certain actions like push blocks and use things like the mirror inside of that cave. But this is a sequence break. There is nothing in the logic without Moon Pearl that will require you to do that. So without having Moon Pearl and going into that, huge sequence break.
So Dischaco bow was in the far chest in Eastern Palace, the one past the Dark Room.
Yeah, that's the vanilla big key location.
And he's going for the trolley Moon Pearl location. So I don't know if you've ever seen this, but the Moon Pearl can actually logically be in the checkerboard cave.
It can be in the checkerboard cave. It can be on that Oh, he's trying to sequence break here too. So he's trying to do another method of Super Bunny. So that is very interesting. I think he got it. He did. Let's see what's in here.
Master Sword.
The Master Sword. Nice.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
That is a hard one to pull off. I've read about it, never seen anybody actually do it. So that's interesting to see him pull that off. But what's even more interesting is, you know, where was the Moon Pearl? Remind me.
It's in the
Mini Maldorm. So he hasn't gone to Mini Maldorm. He's doing sequence breaks without Mini Maldorm. That's interesting.
I'm sure he'll get there eventually. He's gonna go South Hyrule at some point.
Oh
yeah. He's just checking random locations right now.
Oh yeah, I can't blame him.
So what's interesting to me, TGH for now decided not to go get Ether.
That is interesting.
He did not do the drop down. I wonder if he's just going to wait to see if he needs it.
Well, he has Mirror. I wonder if he's going to try to route it in a particular way.
Now, one thing we didn't check while he was in down by Meyer, did he happen to check the medallion requirement?
I don't think he did. And if he did, I didn't see it because of the way he was doing his sequence break there. Bombs on the torch over there in Desert Palace.
Yeah, so no boots required for Desert Palace.
Big heart, so not much else. And there is a method that some people do. They will steal the key from the back and come in and go over here to this right-hand side. I personally do not like that. It can set you up for a lot of grief if you're not careful.
Like if Desert Palace is required, but the small key is not. So the small key might be somewhere deep in the logic, like AGA 1 or something.
AGA 1, or could even be somewhere crazy like an appendant dungeon. It could be just locked somewhere really off the wall. But we are getting our first Agena check. Bottle of green goo. So that's going to give us a sick kid check. Sooner or later, because we know he's going to go there sooner or later. Probably now, actually.
It's just interesting, huh? Okay, he's just opening hookshot.
Yeah, why not? It stays open.
And what is T-Rock? It's Quake.
Whack.
Alright, so far him not getting Ether is actually okay.
He's just going to go straight up there and get...
there must have been something on the back island that we missed. Because he's going straight there.
He didn't check it, did he? Or did he actually go through Turtle Rock?
I doubt he would have done this if he didn't check it.
I mean, there's a lot of things that just doing it right off the bat it's kind of quicker. Even if it's something you don't want.
It's a key. Okay, it's a key. The Castle Tower key.
Castle Tower key. That is the AGA key. That's that first one that's going to lead to a second chest.
Alright, so yeah, that gives them 2 chests, but still technically the second chest is not in the logic.
Because we do not have Lantern. That is absolutely correct.
So okay, he just decided to route it the reverse way. He's gonna go back and get Ether last, I guess.
Can't blame him. And mentosman is doing the mini Maldorn cave now.
So now I think all of our runners have Dark World access.
Yes, everybody has Dark World access.
Big key to Hera's in Hype Cave.
That's crazy. I like it.
So that means Hera is completable at this point, except for basement. They'll be able to get all but 1 item out of Hera.
Yeah, and that's good collection of items. 1, 2, 3. I think 4 total.
Okay, so Rudolph's about to tell us what the 2 crystals are, 5 and 6. Thieves Town and Swamp Palace.
Swamp Palace is required. Oh man.
Here's what's crazy. Rudolph has not done Escape yet. Any part of it.
He's still going without a sword.
He doesn't have sword, fire rod. He hasn't been to Death Mountain yet. Well, he's been to Death Mountain. He's got gloves.
Yeah, he's got the Titan's bits.
So he didn't go into Hera. So him not dipping Hera is paying off because he already does not have to double dip it.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get a lot of that value right off the bat. Small key.
Swamp Palace.
The swamp small key.
So they can actually, once they find hookshot, they still need hookshot and flippers before they can do swamp though.
Primarily flippers. They cannot get past to that first chest or any other chests that are close by in order to be able to get further, because it's very possible that the hookshot could be in there. We got a big key.
It seems the Ganon Tower's big key.
GT big key in Cave 45 or south of Grove. That's huge. Those are the 2 keys that we mentioned already there. And yes, hookshot can be in Swamp. It can be in plenty of those chests. As a matter of fact, it could be in the first chest.
So the funniest place that it can be in Logic that a lot of people don't think of is if you find the Ice Palace small key, it can actually be in the far side of Ice Palace where all the chests are. Because once you hit that first 4-way, not the first 4-way room, the second 4-way room, the one with the slider, you can actually go through that door on the right and hit them. It can be in one of those chests too, the hookshot.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy logic things that can come up.
Speaking of key to Ice Palace, it was a dig game.
Nice. And there is a total of only 1, or is there 2?
For Ice, I believe there's a couple, but you only need 1.
Yeah.
In order to do it without hookshot. Like, with Fire Rod and Flippers, they'll be able to do completely clear Ice Palace if they know the bomb jump.
Yeah. So right now, the only dungeon that we have that's full clearable is Hera. So that's it.
Well, other than basement.
Mainly to get a crystal or otherwise is what I'm thinking. So we're getting a hammer peg check, and he's actually given old Jeremiah a world tour, and TGH is giving us a catfish check, which is kind of interesting.
This is early.
You know what? That's what he's doing.
He missed.
Oh,
is he gonna just go? He doesn't have money for Zora though, and he doesn't have flippers.
Skullwood's big key. Not necessary. There's only one item that gives you, and that's the big chest in Skullwoods.
Well, it could be necessary depending on what is in the big chest.
Very true, but as far as, of course, anything can be behind that, depending on logic and things like that. But really, as far as clearing dungeons goes, the big key to Skullwoods, unless something's there, is not going to be required by logic to get to Mothula, as well as the big key to Swamp Palace isn't going to be required to get to Argus.
Just there is another dungeon that's full clearable, and TGH is about to go do it. Skullwoods.
Yes, because he has Fire Rod. That is absolutely correct.
They can't clear Eastern. They need a big key for Eastern Palace, but they can clear Skullwoods, and they can finish Tower of Hera. There's one of the T-Rock small keys. There's 4 of those.
And as we already kind of pointed out, boots. What are those in the peg cave too?
Half magic in the Swamp Palace, the back chest.
That's nice. I love having half magic.
And a heart container in the big chest.
Oh, the boots. You know, Rudolph is getting some crazy items early. Getting that bow helps. The fact that he has silvers right now, he's going to have boots. He's going to be zooming through.
But he doesn't have a sword.
He still doesn't have a sword. I was about to say that. I was like, but he doesn't have a sword. Oh, man. The divergence in this has been absolutely amazing. I'm enjoying it.
Yes, and bear with us, chat, because we're going to be trying to keep up with these runners, but we literally have 4 different paths since the beginning of this run, which is abnormal.
Extremely abnormal. And it's something that can happen in Keysanity, just because everybody interprets the logic it gives you a little bit differently. And Centroid's about to be getting his Swamp Palace key.
So Mentos and TGH both had the same idea, though, so they are both going to be going and clearing Skull.
And we apparently do know that is a crystal. The trackers do have that put on there, so it's actually going to be the first crystal of this race.
Oh my gosh, them having this Mothula fight, if they're used to the Mothula fight, it's going to be a breeze.
And in all Mentos has the Master Sword, which is going to make it a little bit easier. Actually, I consider it a lot of easier.
Yeah, he doesn't even need it, though. He's got half magic and Fire Rod.
Very true. Very true. He control. The Mothula control, definitely. And oh, okay. Yeah, he's getting it good. As long as he doesn't stay on that back, he'll get this fine. There we go. Used every bit of that magic.
He missed, what, 4 shots, I think?
Just about.
Yeah, and here goes TGH doing the same. Assuming... Oh, he didn't even go for the little magic pot. He just went straight down.
TGH is you're going to see...
Oh, he's going to do hammer.
TGH has got some of the best execution when it comes to runners. He is definitely one of the top runners. All of these runners are great. As you can see, you've got some great divergence and some different routing, and you're seeing how they're paying off for different people. Top of Graveyard is being checked.
He tried to get fancy, but he missed a couple times with the hammer and decided to just go back to using the fire rod.
It's hard to resist that urge to perform a little bit.
Key on Graveyard Ledge to T-Rock.
T-Rock, that's nice. That's nice. It's good to get those because I mean, I'm almost positive T-Rock is not a pendant.
Yeah, you need 3 keys to clear it if you skip the vanilla big key chest.
Which I've seen that hurt.
Yeah, I've seen it hurt. I've seen it. It pays off more times than not, though.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the pet dream is technically still alive.
Yeah, Quake could be on there if T-Rock is required.
Kane could be on there.
Flippers could be on there if both Ice and Swamp are pendants.
Ice is green, so Flippers will not be.
Flippers will not be. Okay.
So it could be Kane, it could be... we didn't see the Meyer pendant, which if Meyer's required, it could be that. If Meyer is a pendant, it will not be Kane, because...
Technically Hookshot?
Right now, yes. As of right now, Hookshot could be on pedestal, because the only dungeon that is using that for logic to clear 100% is Swamp Palace. But you know, I'm thinking about that. I remember something where Book can be on pedestal, yes. Really not always a required item, just depending on what could be behind Book on the tablets, but Book can be on ped. It would be a blind pull. They wouldn't be able to check it first. I'm trying to think here. There's something that I remember reading before about Ice Palace technically requiring the hookshot because of that one room, but I don't know if the logic is actually considering it. That's the thing that gets me. If anybody can actually confirm or deny that for me, that would be great, because I'm not sure about that in logic terms.
So do you think that you think that TGH is going to be upset when he goes and does Hammer Peg game, finds the boots after just doing Graveyard Ledge?
Maybe. A lot of people wait to do that until they get boots. I don't know why. It's weird. I would do it. He might be going there now.
Yeah, I think he is going to go to Hammer Peg and go do Blacksmith and Purple Chest. Yeah,
that's a good logical next play. FYI, if you didn't see it in the bottom left over there, mentosman8 has found our lamp.
Oh, it's in one of the first 4 thieves?
Yes, it's in one of the first 4 thieves. I had a feeling that's where it was going to be.
Here's... I don't know why. Is it Mentosman that has the Tower of Hera big key?
It is RudolfFahrenheit.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, TGH also has it because it was in the Hype Cave.
Okay, I don't know why he hasn't gone that way yet, because he hasn't been to Death Mountain at all yet.
Yes, he has. He has mints.
He does have mints. Well, he hasn't been to Escape. That's the one he's missing.
Yeah. Mentosman? Rudolph hasn't
Rudolph.
been.
Yeah,
Mentosman
Rudolph's
has
the
been
one
up
we
there.
need. Rudolph is the one who I'm kind of curious about. His routing of not doing Escape yet. He didn't do the 2 easy chests in Hera.
Well, he has mitts, so he went up there, but he hasn't actually gone into Hera.
Yeah, he just skipped Hera. That's I'd like to ask him about that later if we can remember, because it's interesting routing decisions.
He is doing almost everything in Overworld first. He hasn't even gone into a dungeon other than Eastern Palace.
Swords are for the weak. Yeah, swordless is fun, but some people are not good at swordless, namely me.
I mean, frankly, if they're going to give me a sword, I'm going to use it. Can't tell me that it's a sword seed and tell me to run swordless. That's kind of mean.
That's true. He could not be going to Hera. Well, no, he doesn't need Fire for Hera. Fire for Hera is only required for basement, and they do not have the Tower of Hera small. Ooh, hookshot's on the ledge for Zora.
What if Zora has flippers? What if it's vanilla flippers?
Then he is leading. Why is he going this way? He doesn't have flippers. There you go. Then he
Mentos
has
Man.
an advantage if this is flippers. And if
Yes.
if this is flippers and he goes and does Uncle and then goes straight to Hera without doing escape, he'll have a huge advantage.
Yeah.
It's
the
Kane.
Kane. Still good.
Did he fake flippers up there, or did he just go? He went there from Catfish, right?
He mirrored from Catfish, and he had the money to get it. So there is something interesting. Now, when we say no major glitches, we literally mean nothing like out of bounds or anything like that. You're going to see things called minor glitches. Fake flippers being one of the prominent ones. When you jump into the water and go into a screen transition, the game immediately thinks you have flippers, so it puts you into a fake flipper state. If you get hit, you die in Randomizer. If you get hit in regular vanilla 1.0 Japanese version, you get soft locked. So, not fun on that end, but they decided to let you die in this one. They were a little bit nicer. Now, I said that because there is also a glitch you can do, which I'm not even going to begin to try and explain. You can do a Jesus walk to get to that ledge. You can jump down and still continue the Jesus walk. Come you have to have Moon Pearl in order to be able to go into the actual waterfall fairy and then come back out and go back in to get your chests in there. So I know that's a lot of explanation.
Rudolph had to double dip the Meyer shed. He went to push the last block and it didn't disappear.
Oh no.
He pulled on the wall a few times in rage.
Oh no. That's unfortunate. I've always worried about doing that whenever I have the mirror. I was just like, please don't do that.
He did get his first sword though.
Finally. But he still needs to go to escape. Which I will point out, the only person who has a Master Sword right now is mentosman.
So that means, well, he's the only one who's checked escape and Meyer shed. I'm pretty sure the others will get there eventually. Meyer, by the way, Meyer is Bombos according to the chat. So Ether was not required.
Ether was totally worthless. Which TGH does have Ether, by the way. Just a quick shout out to the trackers there. Which, did Rudolph skip Ether?
He may have, but he skipped Hera. He may have skipped Ether.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. But here's...
Is he going to get his 3 bombs? No.
He thought about it.
TGH has the Ganis Tower Big Key.
And mentosman is doing his Hyper Cave.
Now, here's something I found interesting that I noticed. One of our runners, I believe it was Mentos, did the flute method for delivering purple chests. So I don't know if Mentos got the big key to Ganon's.
That is a good question.
Unless he checked it earlier. He might be checking it now, though. He's heading that way. Oh, no, maybe not.
He's checking the bomb guy.
TGH getting trolled by guards and a bee.
I think that was actually on purpose.
Well, the second time was on purpose. The first time he was trying to get the chest.
Yeah. Because he knows a lot of little nuances. Typically, you cannot dash with the chest. But I think if you take damage and you time it in the right time, you can dash. And it acts like you don't have a follower.
Oh, yeah. I was just saying that he was trying to pick up the chest and he was getting trolled. He was getting hit by both enemies picking it up.
Okay. So TGH is going to be getting his now. Doing a quick check of what the medallion is, which we already know. And Centroid has not... he's also not gone to... Oh, he's doing the back. I was about to say...
He's going to do Swamp. Or the sewers.
Yeah, the dark chest, and he actually is going to be doing it in Logic, which somebody else did that earlier and found that it was just a heart piece. So we already know what that is. I'm waiting for Fahrenheit to finally make a dive into a dungeon here. Is he? Going to Skullwoods first.
He doesn't know where Fire Rod's at. He hasn't checked Uncle. That might just be the way he gambles.
Have we seen Back of Escape?
Don't know, actually.
I don't think we've seen Back of Escape yet.
We might see it right now. Centroid's going to Sanctuary. Well, normally Uncle doesn't give you good stuff. This time Uncle happened to give Fire Rod. It's just unfortunate that he hasn't gone to Uncle yet. Something a lot of people do early. Like I said, he's just doing interesting routing. I'm curious to know his thoughts on it at the end of the race.
And by no means is he behind. But let's keep that in mind. There is really no clear-cut person that's ahead. And you could argue because he has Bo and nobody has made a play on Eastern other than him, that he might be ahead.
Yeah, but he would have to go to Escape soon.
Yes. He's going to need to go to Escape soon. He's going to need to go to that whole area soon. Like,
yeah, if he doesn't go to Uncle, probably, I would say in the next probably 10 minutes, he'll probably start to lose the small advantage he has from the Bow.
Yeah, and it's literally an advantage, not a lead.
Yeah, and we do like to specify that, chat. A lot of times what you get in these races is you'll get small advantages. So you might find one item out of order for the others, aka the Bow in this race. And it gives you a small advantage, not necessarily a lead, because usually you'll take like 3 or 4 crystals being cleared before you can tell, okay, this person actually has a generic lead.
So he's about to get his half magic, and he literally only has 2 items that can use magic. He has the cane and powder. That's it.
Yeah, Ice Cave was checked, and it was mushroom.
Yes, it was definitely a mushroom. And we found out...
It's a green ruby.
Yeah, definitely not much value inside of that.
So just so chat knows, cold mushrooms turn into a single green ruby. Not worth it.
Drugs are bad, kids. And TGH getting his whole lot of nothing in the Back of Escape. So that check that I was looking for earlier definitely was not that big of a deal at all. Rudolph making his play into Thieves Town. So he's finally starting to do some of these dungeons that we have been looking for.
Skullwood's big chest is a full heart container.
So Pod is also a crystal. We have found that out according to the trackers.
Well, Bo, they done Eastern. That's where Bo was. That's how he found it. They can't finish Eastern because Big Key is hidden.
Yeah, we have found quite a few big keys. We found Big Key for Turtle Rock, Big Key for Swamp, and we have found, of course, Ganon's Tower, Big Key, and Big Key of Hera. So those are the big keys that we have found so far, at least that I have written down.
Now, to me, Bo points to Pod.
Yeah. Yeah. And TGH is making the Hera play alongside of mentosman. mentosman and TGH have almost been pretty much neck and neck doing the same things. They've not really done much divergence. And he's going to be showing us that bomb jump very clean. Very clean.
Big Key for Desert?
That's...
So Desert's clearable.
Desert is clearable.
Except for the 2 chests in the right side, it's fully clearable.
Honestly, there's a lot of things that could just be erased again in its tower. Because there's going to be possibility of items in there. Now, keep in mind, we know where the hookshot is.
We know where Kane is.
We know where Kane is. However, we don't know where the flippers are.
We also don't know where the other 2 medallions are.
Which also are required for Meyer and... Is that... I was going to say,
Dark
please...
Palace.
I was hoping that was going to be vanilla.
Alright, so just as an update to someone in chat, so this is Keysanity. This is a version of our randomizer that not only shuffles just the regular items like normal, but also takes the keys out of all the dungeons, the compasses, the maps, and that's all shuffled into the logic. You can't soft lock yourself, so the game is built in so that you can do it in a specific order. But it does shuffle everything, so you can find something like they did. You can find the big key to Ganon's Tower in the cave under the forest. You can find the Tower of Hera big key in Eastern Palace or out in like Mini Moldorm Cave. It just jumbles everything, so it makes it for a completely randomized race.
Yeah, and the developers that have kind of come up with this have done a great job. There's plenty of names out there, and you'll see that at the end of this. You're going to see their names. I don't want to just start picking certain people because I don't remember all the names. But they have done a fantastic job making sure that soft locks are not possible. That's definitely something that is a task you can imagine, trying to make sure that you don't mistakenly get a key that is, going to keep you from getting somewhere, just misusing a key.
Yeah, so Jam Big Browns, as far as how to complete dungeons, you pretty much just have to find the items you need. So let's say you're trying to do Ice Palace, right? You need a fire source, which is either fire rod or bombos. You need flippers, and you need Titan's Nets. And then for Keysanity, you throw in the fact that, you may need a key or two, which for Ice Palace you don't, if you know certain skips. But normally you would need, at least a couple small keys and a big key. Sorry, somebody in chat says they're new to randomizers, so trying to update them on it.
No problem. That's what these dailies are for. These dailies are for people to learn and kind of get an idea and have different featured runners just kind of give you a good idea of what can be done. The biggest suggestion that I can ever make for anybody who's new to doing this, watch runners. Watch these dailies. Follow these runners if you enjoy them. Desert Palace is a pendant. So,
and if you like the game and you want to try a randomizer, go try a standard or a daily mode race, or go just download your own seed. If you can find the items and the emulator to do it, you can just go and build your own seed and play it by yourself, just to have fun.
Yes, and that is something that is relatively new as well. Keysanity is only a couple months old, keep in mind. Something very, very long in the planning. And another question in chat, can you get to boss in Ice Palace without keys at all? Yes, you can. However, the way to get there is called the Ice Palace Bomb Jump. Now, that is bypassing the need for the big key. Logic is going to think you have that key. So, Ice Palace big key, for most of these runners, as a matter of fact, I can almost guarantee you all 4 of these runners, just by watching them today and not having any prior knowledge of them, know how to do an Ice Palace Bomb Jump. So, yes, you can get to the boss as long as you have the hammer. That's pretty much the biggest one you need.
Yeah, so you also, for the boss, you have, if you don't have keys, you have to do the bomb jump, you have to have hammer, you have to have a fire source, and you have to have Cane of Samaria. No, you don't have to have Cane of Samaria, but you do have to have hammer and a fire source.
Yes. Now, I do want to just point something out. TGH just sequence broke to get into the waterfall and got Quake, so flippers are not in Turtle Rock.
This is interesting. So, where is flippers then? I would say flippers are either in pod,
right side,
or well, they haven't found the small. Nobody's found the small key yet.
I know. I'm just thinking. Right side Desert Palace, because it can't be in Hookshot Cave either. Actually, hold on. Yes, it can.
No, we're about to not see logically.
Wrong. This chest that you're about to see Rudolph.
Oh yeah, the one chest.
Watch it have flippers. That would be hilarious.
No,
It's a
bottle.
Okay, I was about to say, that would be awesome if it made you come back into Hookshot Cave.
Can't be ped flippers because Ice Palace is a pendant.
Yeah, right now our pedestal index is pretty much... we don't know if Meyer is required yet. It's pretty much Bombos.
Meyer could have flippers. That's true.
Meyer could have flippers, yes.
If they found Bombos.
Yeah, they have to find Bombos first. And Bombos being... We know where red pendant's at. And we know where green pendant's at. And it's between the Eastern Palace, Meyer, and Turtle Rock as to whether or not the red or blue pendant is in one of those. Very well could be Eastern Palace, and that would make the possibility of pedestal having Bombos needed to get into Meyer to get flippers in order to be able to clear swamp, all that jazz possible.
So I'm curious, is he going to go back? No, he's going to pod, it looks like. So I was curious, I know that he probably knows the water walk fake flippers to get the hook shot. I was curious if he was going to do it.
That is a tough setup. I've seen plenty of runners try to do it and spend too much time on it. TGH is one of those guys that will not spend too much time. So we've got a little bit of... It's kind of funny. TGH has been on the same route here, but you've had Centroid and mentosman kind of lining up with him in different areas. So... But the only person who's been just completely off, which FYI,
he just got fire rod.
Rudolph's finally got his fire rod. He's going to Eastern. TGH is going to Eastern.
Oh wow, so he's gonna make the Eastern play, which means he's gonna have bow in just a minute.
And I think I can say that going into Eastern right now is going to put TGH pretty ahead.
Yeah, I would say he's going to be heavily advantaged once he finds bow. Because what he's going to do is he's going to mirror out, go straight into pod. He's going to be able to clear right side. I think he only has 2 keys, though.
I'm not sure of the key count for pod. I'm not sure.
I think it's 2, maybe 3 that the players have found.
And I would like to also say the big key for pod has not been found either.
Yeah, it has not.
So we're not going to be able to do a hammer yump to get anything important. But he can still he can still skip.
Well, because here's what's funny. If he skips, that's technically not in the logic.
It's not. It's not. So
that means the stuff he would need. So let's say flippers, for instance, right, is something that's required at this point. We know it's required for multiple items. It could be in one of those chests that you tend to overlook, like the one that's right over the middle hole. The one you have to bomb down to and then use a key to go up the steps.
Yeah, Centroid's doing that right now.
Or it could be in the... And it's 50 rupees. So that one would be okay to check. Skip. And look, he has no keys left already.
So he can't even do a... And this could be a vanilla key, by the way.
It's Canaberna.
So, pod is one of the most common ones to have vanilla key. Pod will often have its own keys.
If he goes and gets bow, he can clear right side hammer down, go around. He can get the one chest that's actually he's gonna go get it anyways. He can get it right now. He's gonna go get this one chest on the right. That's his last shot of something in here right now, I believe. Spike K flippers. I mean, half magic bottles and Berna. That's possible now.
Nope. Sorry, Centroid.
Yeah, he already checked the ledge. So if he goes to Eastern, gets the bow, he'll be able to go back and do right side. The TGH is gonna be happy.
And I just noticed this. mentosman is in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, he went straight in. I don't know what he's found so far. I missed the first chest.
Yeah, I missed the first chest too, which that's very interesting that he went directly into Turtle Rock, because really, I mean, he could find Bombos in here, but he doesn't know where Bow is at. He doesn't know where Hookshot's at. Yes, he does. He does know where Hookshot's at. But I'm hoping he's not thinking he can find Flippers.
I mean, he obviously has to know he can't find Flippers, but a lot of times Bow is in T-Rock. Bow actually seems to have a very high Keysanity chance of being in T-Rock.
What if Bombos was vanilla?
I've seen it happen. Bombos could actually be in T-Rock.
Very true. I'm hoping Ped's still alive. As a matter of fact, there is a very spot that we have not checked yet, by the way.
Where have we not checked yet?
Castle Tower.
That's true. 2 chests. We have 2 chests open in Castle Tower too.
And I'm pretty sure every runner has that.
There's another key to pod in the chain chomp room. Flippers, right side of pod.
Right side of pod had flippers. So you have to go Eastern Palace first in order to get those. Wow, the logic here.
So now that unlocks Hookshot, that unlocks Ice Palace, that unlocks Swamp Palace.
Yes.
What are we missing? What are we missing still? They know we're Hookshot, maybe Bombos, but other than
Bombos,
keys, TGH is in item go mode already.
Well, maybe Bombos. Yeah, Bombos is possibly needed. You can't really call him item go mode quite yet.
Yeah, that's why I was like, he's possibly item go mode, depending on whether we find out Misery Mire's a pendant or not.
Yeah, once he gets Hookshot, and once we know what Mire is.
Which we know 2 pendants, and we're 3 dungeons unknown at this point. He found Cape and he found Tempered.
Not bad finds. Not bad finds. That actually allows him to do a Spike Cave check. So that might have something that he's looking for.
Desert Palace Small Key, where was that at?
Was that in...
It might have been that first either in T-Rock or is in that first little hammer guy chest that I missed.
Yeah. So he is going to go ahead and do the hammer yum. And I, for the life of me, still can't do that.
I don't even attempt it.
It's a very big possibility he could get the big key in here. I mean, you never know. Keysanity is one of those ones where you always wait for that one vanilla key.
Oh, the small of the thieves.
Town. Oh.
Well, here's the funny part. Yeah, they don't have the big key to get even close to it.
Yeah, so they can't even get to the back of that. And we know Thieves Town is required, so they're going to have to find that big key. Yeah, don't use that key. But you can't full clear, though, buddy. You don't have the big key.
Oh, did TGH not... Does he forget?
I hope not, because he just passed up the big chest. I don't know where he's going. Because he's already done all the chests he can do.
Yeah, he forgot.
Ouch.
Somebody in chat's asking why they call it the Hammer Yump.
They call it the Hammer Yump because that is vanilla location for hammer. And that is called the Hammer Yump just because yump is a funny word and it sounds like jump. Is there a chest that we forgot about?
Oh, he hasn't done the one at the bottom of the drop.
Oh, right yeah. Okay, yeah, he hasn't done... Interesting. I wonder why he didn't go to the one at the top first. Yeah, you know what? The Kate and Brian were both in pod.
Yeah, he's going to save that small key, because he's going to save it for when he finds the big key for Helmasar.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. He's already checked everything else. The chances of that chest having something important are a lot smaller now that he's checked everything.
I guess he doesn't need it for this dungeon, but it's curious why he didn't just go pick up Hookshot.
Probably to do a quick routing. Usually TGH knows where he's going. And Rudolph did check Aga Tower, which we actually have Centroid doing as well. There was Tempered in the back of Aga Tower.
Okay, so we know where Buttered is.
We know where all 4 swords are at. And TGH does have Tempered Sword. He found that in pod. So all 4 swords are None of them are in Ganon's Tower.
This is actually good at offense and defense, though. They're going to be doing a tempered to buttered sword GT with silvers and red metal. That's not bad.
Oh yeah, it's going to be an easy Ganon's Tower, and they already have a couple GT keys and the big key. They're going to be zooming. They're going to be able to just straight go fast. They've got the boots too, so it's going to be interesting to see that. And Centroid did get his flipper, so he's going to be going check Hobo, finding out there ain't much there.
That's a good point. Somebody in chat said that TGH hasn't asked Sahasrahla about Green Pendant, so he doesn't know this is Green Pendant.
I think he does, because they have the map to Ice Palace. He checked it just before he went in.
It's curious he would choose to do the Green Pendant then, given how close he is to the item counts required.
I think he's thinking Bombos behind Fire Rod.
Well, Bombos may not be required. It depends on what T-Rock and Eastern and Meyer are. We're missing one pendant still between three dungeons.
Very true.
Right now it could very well be the Eastern's not required since they haven't found the big key yet.
That is very true. That's kind of what I'm banking on it. That, Eastern's not
TGH saw ledge. He went to Zora. There's no way he missed ledge.
I've never seen that set up before. That was cool. He dashed past the hole to set up the distance he needed, and he landed and moved over just enough to be able to be bomb jumped over that hole. That was very clever.
Yeah, it would make sense him to go Ice Palace, but it doesn't make sense for him to go Ice Palace knowing it's Crisp Pendant, so maybe he hasn't checked that yet.
It's a very big possibility. I mean, sometimes it's hard to even predict what runners are thinking at the time.
Yeah, I just don't assume he's the type of runner who would do a dungeon unless he has to.
Yeah. I mean, the whole point is to go fast, so...
he's good. He wanted to hover?
Oh yeah, TGH knows how to hover. Oh! So close. Meanwhile, while we have Hovermaster TGH going on, we've got Rudolph doing his red pendant on Landmalus and getting that done. Centroid's going to be checking Catfish right now, as well as maybe he already checked Catfish. He's going to be going to get that hook shot. That's what he's going to be doing. I don't know if he's already done Zora or not, though.
If he hasn't, he'll just check it all. He hasn't done Catfish either, so he's going to check this whole part up here. He'll check Waterfall Cave, he'll get Hookshot, he'll get Cane. He'll be pretty set up.
Oh, we're going to see Turtle Rock. We're going to see what Turtle Rock is. He just got the map.
Who just got the map?
TGH.
Okay, cool. Because if we figure out what the last pendant is, we'll know what the item go mode is.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, if it tells us a crystal, if Turtle Rock is a crystal, which we pretty much know, it's probably going to be a crystal with the items that they have. But then again, this game has done trollier things. And we'll see if it's a crystal. We'll still need to wait for Meyer or Eastern Palace.
Alright, so just so you guys know, and that was where the small key for Desert was in that small chest above the dark room and pod. But so the chat knows, the keys you don't want to find in this mode, you don't want to find Misery Mire keys, and you don't want to find Skullwood keys. Reason being, they're essentially useless. You can clear both dungeons without a single key.
Yep, just got to know the routing. That's it.
Ganon's Tower, once you get 1 or 2, you're done there too.
Ganon's Tower, you really don't need any if you get the big key, because you can go get the safety key on the left-hand side. And the rest of them have keys up top. So.
TGH with the fast cold stare kill. That was beautiful.
Oh yeah, that was lethal.
And now he knows Green Pendant.
Killing the frost eyeballs.
Hey, maybe TGH will blind pull Ped for chat.
Oh, I would love it. It would be even better if it was Bombos.
I mean, crazier things have happened in Keysanity.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, he's gonna go get hookshot now that he's done ice. I wonder when he'll go turn impendant.
He's got to go back to pod.
True, but not until he finds Big Key. I assume Swamp's next.
mentosman going for that bow. He is the only one that doesn't have the bow yet, so he's going to be getting his bow shortly.
Yes, if you go by logic, I think Swamp is what's being called out at this point.
They have everything. Swamp is next, without a doubt. As a matter of fact, Centroid's doing that right now.
Yeah, because they have both keys to Swamp, so...
But interestingly enough, Centroid has not cleared a dungeon yet.
And he didn't even full clear ice, did he? Or did he full clear it?
TGH?
Yeah.
Pretty sure he did.
Okay, so there's nothing in ice.
The only thing that I can think of that he may not have done was the iced tea room.
Okay, so there's literally nothing in ice now.
Yeah, there was very little, if anything, in ice. And that first chest in Swamp was a Ganon's Tower compass. Not much.
Alright, what about next chest? A heart piece.
Only a heart. Not too much there either.
Alright, let's hope left side's required.
We'll see. We'll see if he even goes left side.
Meyer required, Bombos on left side Swamp.
Very possible. I'm still banking on Ped.
I mean, it's a possibility. Or you can have like a big key to Meyer on the pedestal. Or a big key to Eastern on the pedestal.
Very true.
And one of them being a pendant or a crystal. I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities still.
There's all kinds of possibilities. So there's no telling. And we are getting a full hookshot cave check. So we're going to see what's here.
So as of right now, chat, we have 3 dungeons that are unknown. Eastern Palace, T-Rock, and Meyer. Oh, big key for Thieves Town.
That's huge.
That's a possibility too, because that's what, 3 or 4 more items in Thieves Town?
3 or 4 more items in Thieves Town. Oh, mentosman, not too happy about that D. But yes, that's going to open up Thieves Town, which is going to be like 3 or 4 more items, which they can get the big chest as well. As well as Swamp Palace is open. Those are both the 5s and 6 crystals, so Fat Fairy will also be open.
All right, well let's look at what TGH is doing, because he's going into T-Rock. Let's see how many keys he has, because he needs 3 keys minimum to finish the dungeon. If he skips that one chest.
I think we know where all 4 bottles are at. We just found a bottle in the big chest, and it looks like he's going straight top. So I don't think he's going left side at all, unless I missed him going left side. No, he didn't go left side. He went south first.
Well, let's hope that left side has something good.
Yeah. So right now we're seeing some familiar ground from TGH. We've already had somebody go into Turtle Rock, pretty much find nothing.
He can full clear it though.
He can. Yes, he can.
He has 3 keys. If he does not open big key chest, he is going to full clear T-Rock.
And he won't. I know he won't. He's going to skip that. Which, oh lord, if there is a big key in that spot for one of the dungeons you need the big key for, because we still need Eastern Palace or Meyer big key. Now, the only thing we don't know, though, did he check? I don't think he did a map check before he came in here, did he?
I don't think so. I haven't seen the map check. They also haven't marked T-Rock on the tracker, so I'm guessing not.
Yeah, so we don't even know if this is a required dungeon right now. And he does have that map.
No one has checked Spike Cave yet.
No, Spike Cave is still open. Most overworld locations have been checked. The notable ones, Spike Cave. Right now, TGH is going to be able to get Mimic Cave.
Head's still alive for Bombos and a couple big keys.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead with what you're saying.
I was saying that we are missing a few overworld locations, and as far as Spike Cave, nobody's checked that. Mimic Cave is something TGH can do because he can go all the way to it and check it. He's going to steal this Pokey Key that you're going to see in just a moment. We've pretty much seen everywhere else that is accessible at this moment. Big Chested Fairy is not accessible at the moment because he still has to clear Thieves Town and Swamp Palace, which is full clearable. Both of them can do the bosses in that. So Swamp, we already knew. Yeah,
Swamp didn't have anything, I don't think, unless there's something left side.
Left side is the only thing I could think of that could have something, but other than that, I didn't see any keys in Swamp or anything.
He's going back.
I can't blame him. I can't blame him.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to leave and there'd be something good there and just, oh my god, that would ruin your day.
That would hurt. I think TGH has got the same idea we do, though.
So to explain to chat, it's not just Bombos. It can also be the big key for Eastern or the big key for Meyer and still have the Ped Dream alive. We haven't found either of those big keys.
Yes, very true.
And we know one is required. GT Big Key did turn up. It was in the cave undergrove, the Mirror Cave.
Yeah, it's commonly called Cave 45 and the Cave South of Grove. And big 300 useless rupees.
Oh, we found out Eastern Palace is a crystal, so it's between Meyer and T-Rock. I'm leaning at this point that Meyer is probably the pendant then.
Yeah, I'm almost positive. I think TGH thinking the same thing we are.
We'll find out very shortly, though.
Yeah, I mean, you got all these items for Turtle Rock really fast. Like, it just doesn't seem like the seed would do that. So,
I've seen it do worse, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But we also, actually, you know what else it could be? The big key for Pod.
That's true. We're still missing big key for Pod, too. You're right.
Yes. So, Eastern Palace is a crystal. It could be the big key for Eastern Palace. It could be the big key for Pod. And
it cannot no longer be the big key for Miramar or Bombos, though.
As of right now.
Unless Turtle Rock is the pendant.
Yes, unless Turtle Rock is surprisingly the pendant, which would be...
There's Bombos.
There's Bombos. So, Bombos on Laser Bridge.
And big key for Eastern.
Eastern Palace. What if Turtle Rock is the last pendant? What if it is giving you the access to Meyer without the big key because you have to pull Ped?
And what if the chest he skipped because he wants to go kill Trinex has the big key for Pod?
Oh man, that would be so painful.
Because that's still a possibility. Because he's technically sequence breaking.
Okay, so I am getting some update from Ursula, which she is apparently keeping up with, or they, excuse me, are keeping up with our key count here. Apparently, Left Side Swamp had big key to Pod.
Oh, Left Side Swamp had big key to Pod?
Yes.
Alright, so that officially, unless Misery Mire is required, kills our Ped Dream.
We'll find out.
We'll find out as soon as this Crystal pendant drops.
Key to Ice Palace.
It's
a pendant!
Oh my... Alright, chat. Misery Mire, big key. Cross your fingers.
And TGH can pull the pedestal right now because he cleared Ice Palace, Desert Palace. Oh, man.
Cross your fingers, chat. We need Misery Mire, big key. That is our last shot at this. He's gonna go check Spike Cave. I wonder what his routing's going to be from here, though.
I don't know.
We essentially know where everything is except for Meyer Key now. And, well, see, Meyer Key could be on the, Meyer Key could actually be in the vanilla spot for the Turtle Rock Big Key.
Yes. You are absolutely right.
Okay, so chat, I think that's the 2 trolls if you want to troll. Hope that it's the vanilla Big Key location in Turtle Rock that TGH skipped, which will be the absolute probably last place he'll ever check. Or Pedestal. Oh, he's gonna go check Ped.
I want to point something out. Do you remember who the last person to get a sword was?
And he's first person with butter.
He's the first person with butter.
Alright, so everybody clap your hands for TGH. He's doing a blind pull for you.
Yep, we're getting a straight blind pedestal pull.
That would be hilarious if Book was on pedestal and one of the tablets had the key for Meyer.
That would be rough, because that means the divergence and just the routing.
Nope.
Oh, poor TGH.
Big 20 hype. Okay, so the biggest troll now that we can hope is that T-Rock Big Key vanilla location is the Meyer Big Key. More than likely, it's one of the last items in either Pod or like Eastern or Thievestown. They haven't even checked back at Thievestown yet.
I think it's going to be back at Thievestown. I really feel like, if anything, that's where it's going to be. Because we know it's not in Swamp. Swamp's been full cleared by a couple of our other runners. Or at least Centroid. I thought mentosman8
which did have Pod Big Key, though.
Yes, which TGH does not know. So, actually, the Meyer Big Key could also be on Fat Fairy.
This is true as well. There's a lot of places left open for it.
There are, and I want to point out too that when it comes to the knowledge that we have, we cannot confirm what each of these runners knows, because they've picked up things at different times, and honestly, we can't even verify what map checks they've done. So that's one of the reasons why TGH got all the pendants, because he didn't do certain map checks. He might have thought it was a ped seed and just went for it. But we don't know what they know. So it's very possible that TGH doesn't know that Eastern Palace is a pendant, or excuse me, is a crystal. He might not know that. Come to think of it, I don't think he's even checked the bomb vendor. I don't think he's checked the bomb vendor, so I don't even think he knows this is a 5/6 crystal. He probably has he does know that where all the crystals are at, but he doesn't know what 5/6 is.
I don't blame TGH though for full clearing T-Rock and going and pulling Ped, because the last seed I played with him, like a night or two ago, was a pedestal Aga 1 seed.
Ooh.
Both in the same seed, yes.
Whew.
And he full cleared the entire run, Aga 1 and all 10 dungeons in like 2 hours 3 minutes. So he's an extremely good runner.
Why are you turning like that? Oh, that was an interesting way to do the Ice Palace bomb jump. I've never seen it done that way. Which he didn't go get hookshot. Small key to Dark Palace.
So that opens up the rest of the pod items too. I think he has all the keys at this point for pod.
He does, or he's missing one and he's routed it correctly to where you can just go get it. So as far as
Big Key to Meyer,
folks, that's the Big Key to Meyer. I think we can safely say that TGH is in go mode.
He doesn't. He has to clear left side swamp
for pod. Yes. Okay.
If he clears left side swamp, he's in go mode.
And that's all he's missing. So everything else is pretty much dead. We are just waiting on him to basically go swamp. If he doesn't go swamp next, that's going to be an interesting play, because he's not far from it.
Once our pet dream died, we did call that it was probably back at the Eve's Town.
Yeah, I honestly felt it was going to be. As far as like me and a couple of my friends were talking about this earlier in the day. The last key to Castle Tower. Go clear Aga for us, dude, please. We were talking about this earlier today about like the logic, how sometimes logic is great to follow, but sometimes it's not always the right move. We were talking about doing open mode, and we had Ganon's Tower behind Ice Armos. The bow was behind Ice Armos and Ganon's Tower. So it was one of those things where the right move was the right move, but it very well could have been just as easy to go find single locations. So it's one of those things you got to kind of talk to yourself about when you're making these runs. And you'll see a lot of that divergence, a lot of that difference in the runners. TGH is deciding to go to Meyer first because he got that Meyer big key.
You notice how bad he's avoiding full clearing swamp, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he's one of the people that despise full clearing swamp. Oh, please tell me you're gonna steal that key. Don't do it. Centroid. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I don't think he meant to do that. Go check the chest, man.
No, that's actually, I mean, that's not a bad thing. We know that killing Trinex isn't required.
The basement key. Oh,
but
no.
That could be a goose chase. Okay, that was worse than it could have been, because we know Trinex doesn't have anything.
Yeah, we know Trinex is not required, which I don't know if he knows that. I think he might think Trinex is required.
Oh my god. That's about the worst thing he could have found in that chest, though.
Oh, I know. I know. Because on top of that, he's right by it, too. He's right by it, too.
Yeah, I don't doubt he'll go and check it, and that'll kill time, because that tile room.
Probably going to find a big 20 or something like that. Nothing of value. Hey, Swagnet.
So, interestingly enough, I don't know why it's taking me so long to realize this. I guess their timers are just off. We have 3 synced up, but Centroid's not.
I think it's just a matter of pausing the other 3 at this point, or is not worth it.
Okay, so it won't make it much of a difference. 20 seconds doesn't make that big of a difference in the seed we're watching. I mean, we all know that TGH right now actually has the lead by a good bit. It's just going to make it a little harder to determine between the other 3. Because between those 3, it looks like 20 seconds can be a big deal.
Yes. Without a doubt, with Centroid being in Turtle Rock right now, missing some... And even then, we're looking at TGH has cleared the 3 pendant dungeons. If you look at all the crystals and who has what crystals right now, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Centroid's cleared Swamp Palace. As a matter of fact, Centroid right now has got 3 crystals and no pendants. And TGH only has 3 crystals. Yeah,
he's going to go... Here's the thing with the way TGH routed this, though. He's got every item he needs out of every dungeon, so he can just full clear at this point. He's going to be able to clear this. If he wants, he can go finish Eastern. I don't know if he wants to take the chance. If he goes to Swamp next... he's going to be in super fast go mode.
Yeah, without a doubt. Swamp,
if he checks left side.
Swamp really needs to be the next play. And like you said, it looks like he's avoiding full clearing that, but left side, man, I've seen left side have Ganon's Tower big key. I've seen left side have so many important things. And Keysanity.
I'm actually interested to see if he goes in there. If he goes straight left side, or if he goes straight to the back and comes back for left side if he doesn't find it.
A lot of people do that. A lot of people will clear first and the chance of not having to do left side and then go left side. You have very few people of the mind to just go ahead and do left side and get it over with. So and unfortunately, we get to see a full clear of Meyer. Because we know that there's nothing in Mire of consequence. I think the only thing he can officially find is shovel or book, and
he has to go the other way for keys.
Oh no. Did he at least open up that left side?
Yeah, he did. He's just gonna go through this top room though. He's already full cleared. He just needs to go through this top room, go to the wizard room, and teleport.
Gotcha. Okay. Not too difficult.
Yeah, he's already there.
Centroid did do the safety. Go. I'm glad he did. So he's going to get his big key to Eastern Palace right here. Probably be happy to see that.
And yes, old Mr. Rudolph does have butter. Funniest thing about that is he was the last one to pick up the plastic sword.
Yeah. Officially the very last one to pick up a sword and ended up with a butter sword. Which, the last sword, I'm pretty sure everybody is just missing the same last sword. I'm pretty sure everybody's gotten the same from Escape, as well as the... I'm trying to think where the other two were. I'm trying to place where all four were.
One... Yeah, I'm blanking on it right now, too.
Yeah, definitely Escape. That was one of them, and another one was in and I'm probably getting a confirmation right now. Mire Shed,
yes. And
Escape,
Mire Shed. Mire Shed's the one I was.
Tower.
So most people got their first sword in Escape. Rudolph got his first one in Mire Shed.
Yes.
Oh, fourth was in Aga Tower. Okay.
Yes, and I think some people are missing the Pod one. I think Pod and the Aga Tower are the ones that are being missed by probably TGH is probably Aga Tower. Mentos and Centroid, I think, are both Pod.
Alright, TGH, what's your play?
Yeah, where you headed, boss? Where you headed? Alright, so we've got Mentos getting through the Poke Room here, and Centroid's going into Thieves Town, going to be clearing that right now. So he's going to be getting his fourth crystal here shortly. So Centroid is... There we go. Cleanly done. We're getting a sync up on the timers. Cleanly done.
Yeah, so if anybody's noticed, they're syncing it up to Centroid's time. They've paused two of the stream. They paused two of the streams so far. Rudolph should be the next one to look like he's frozen.
Yeah, it was more noticeable there. I didn't even realize that Mentosman had gotten paused up. It was more noticeable there because TGH's music is like gone, but not a big deal at all. Not a big deal. So we're getting a better idea of the lineups here. TGH does have. I'm still going to call it an advantage because he doesn't know where that pod key's at, and it's all about whether or not he goes into clear Swamp Palace and does the left side, where Centroid has got soon to be his fourth crystal, and he would be tied up with TGH on crystals.
And this is a shout out to the admins because they listen to our stream, they listen to what we're talking about, they help us with issues as they come up. So they're behind the scenes, not taking any credit for any of this, even though they are pretty much what makes this possible. Yeah,
they're amazing people. I enjoy volunteering and doing because of the community and these admins. They do an amazing job. And while we're at it, while we're kind of seeing some similar stuff and we kind of get an idea of what TGH is going to be doing, I want to give another shout out to the runners. Without a doubt, Centroid41, RudolfFahrenheit, mentosman8, TGH. Give them a follow. They are your entertainment for today. They are the ones that put themselves out there. They chose to do this. They weren't asked to do it. They actually said, hey, I would like to be restreamed. So they're putting themselves out there. All of this stuff, all this craziness that you're seeing, they're putting themselves on the line, as well as the thankless job of tracking got to give them a shout out because they are fantastic people. It's a demo. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. She told me what it was earlier. And then Ursula4115, fantastic people as well. And hey, I've also got a co-commentator. Give them a follow as well. They all deserve it.
And as you can tell, you know, not all these runners are the same skill level. What's the word I'm looking for? Even if you don't think that you're the strongest runner, still come hang out with us. Come play some runs with us. You may be work streamed one day. I mean, they don't discriminate. If you volunteer, you may get picked.
Yeah, they ask for volunteers, and they get told, hey, you know, who wants to be restreamed? And then basically they check and make sure that you're set up to be restreamed, and then they will look at your stream, make sure you're good, and then they will put you on there. So yes, TGH did find GT Big Key to address Sarah Zelda 1. He went to that Southwood Grove without a doubt. Everybody has the GT Big Key. Right now it's just a matter of cleaning up certain keys, which everybody is getting. So with that being said, though, I lost my train of thought. Oh, as far as being restreamed and featured, anybody can do it. Frankly, I'm terrible at this game. I'm relearning how to do it. I took a month and a half off, and I am terrible at this game. I've been restreamed. I mean, anybody can be restreamed. They don't mind. They don't discriminate. They want you to have fun. These are dailies. They're meant to be fun, and they're meant to be enjoyable. So, you know, we're all here to help. Feel free. I'm okay with you messaging me. Please do. If you have questions, or if you need help, or if you want advice or anything like that, message me. I'm here. I'm here to help.
So as far as like when I was talking about different skill levels, the like someone like TGH, if you were here for him hovering earlier in Ice Palace, that's something that is a very limited skill in the community. Not a lot of people can do that. There's actually a very limited list of players who can do that.
Yeah.
I'd be safe to say, what, maybe 10 runners? Maybe not even that many?
I think every once in a while a few pop up again that are like, oh wow, but there's very few of them. It's a very hard high skill cap thing to do, but not required. This game does not require very many tricks. You don't really need to know very many tricks. Best ones to learn, in my opinion, fake flippers is a good one to learn and easy to learn. The Ice Palace bomb jump is a very good one to learn. Yeah, that's really the two major ones.
So somebody in chat said Andy, TGH, that OK guy, and AJ Neb all know how to hover.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And honestly, of those, probably the best at it is Andy.
Oh yeah, if you've never seen Andy hover, there's different ways you can go watch him. Just go watch a restream.
Go watch ADDQ. That's what you need to watch. He hovered at that, and the commentary of that was absolutely hilarious. You get to see Andy and Christos Owen do a run with each other, and they were doing a swordless mode open. It was fantastic. It was an amazing thing to watch.
Yeah, it's a very precise timing on the hover. It's something about so many frames of mashing with so many frames up. I think you're only allowed one frame up. And he's leaving without doing the left side.
Yes, he just mirrored, and is he gonna do it?
Oh,
maybe he realized.
Oh no! If he leaves yeah, that's bad.
Teach. Okay. Keep your eyes on Centroid, because if Teach doesn't go back to left side, and this is where skill may not matter. Because sometimes it's a decision, and it's not that Tej is making a bad decision. There are 2 items in left side swamp. There are 2 items in Fat Fairy. So
yeah, TGH's lead is disappearing very quickly at this point.
Yes, because Centroid has the pod big key. He is going to be clearing pod right now, getting Helmasaur out of the way. That's going to give him 5 crystals. He just needs Eastern Palace and Misery Mire, and that's it. and I think he can do both. I'm pretty sure he can't do Eastern Palace because he needs to go into TR first and get the big key. So that's one thing that is going to be eluding him for sure. Super easy. Very well done. When you have the silvers, Helmosaur ain't nothing.
I think Lugaroo, you've raced enough with us. Most people just dislike doing left side swamp. It's not a logic thing. It's just a time thing. Even if you have boots, I mean, the time it takes you to run over there, you have to go all the way around the circle to get the key, flood the room, go back, go over, drop, get the chests. It's just a time sink. It's probably a guaranteed 2 minutes.
And it's easy to say, why don't you check it? Because honestly, everybody remembers the bad times. There are so many runs out there that have happened where you just don't get left side. Left side doesn't matter. So banking on left side not mattering it's one of those things. It's common.
Like I expect TGH is now going to go check every place possible. He might even go do Eastern and full clear the rest of pod.
I doubt he goes into pod. He literally only has like pod that he can check.
You say that?
Apparently, Centroid does have the Eastern Palace big key. Ursula's letting me know she just saw the menu and saw that he does have the Eastern Palace big key.
Yeah, because he's the one who hit the vanilla big key chest. So he cleared all the way through. He cleared all the way through the bridge, but didn't do Trinex.
So the mistake was worth it. Mm-hmm. Wow.
It actually saved him time because he didn't fight Trinex.
And there's your proof, folks. There's your proof.
Because, I mean, think about it. So, he didn't fight Trinex. Not only did TGH fight Trinex, but then TGH fluted, went up to Pedestal, and blindfolded Pedestal.
Oh, man. That's just... Oh, wow. That's so wild. And I want to say that we're right at an hour and coming up an hour and 40 minutes. There has been 0 dones. So we are, I think there was like, what, 40-something people in this race?
I assume it's very close. I assume there's quite a few people who are around our runners' positions, if not a little bit ahead, a little bit behind.
Yeah, and
we're going to start seeing dones. Once they start rolling in, it'll be very rapid.
Yes, without a doubt. And definitely keep in mind that these are just the featured runners. There is a lot of runners, especially on open seeds. We had 120-something runners on the open seed yesterday. It was crazy. There was quite a few people.
That is true, Lugaroo. So Lugaroo makes the point that the time you save skipping it, if there is something there, then you have to go back, refill it, check it. You know, it costs you more time in the end. That's true, but in the end, that's what we do as racers, right? We gamble. That's the definition of us calling something a gamble. He's gambling that left side swamp doesn't have anything. Unfortunately for him, in this race, we already know that it is required for him to beat the seed.
Yeah. So, and again, it's easy for us to be like, oh, you need to go to left side swamp. Why are you skipping it? It's required. To him, it's one of those things. It's like there's 2 items there. Avoiding doing it at the time, yes. Going back in and doing it probably was a good play, but not doing it at the same time is also, it's not a bad play. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it was something in chat. Somebody was asking why it's such a big time sink. I mean, the best thing you can compare it to is think about AGA 1. Nobody wants to do AGA 1 no matter what seed you're doing. If it's open, if it's Keysanity, you don't want to do AGA 1. You can get thrown all the items for it at the very beginning, but you still will not do it until you've checked every location to make sure that the Dark World stuff is not there for you to not have to do it. It's because it's such a time sink. You want to go fast. It adds minutes onto your time.
This is interesting. I don't think Centroid knows that Desert Palace is a...
He may
doesn't
not.
have the Meyer big key.
Meyer big key. So what? He hasn't checked left side of swamp?
I don't know. Okay, it's official. We have our .duns. Kyung92 comes in at first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 2 seconds, just ahead of INC None or Ink None at 1:40:08. Literally 6 seconds.
Those are two really close finishes, and actually pretty fast too, considering the seed. The seed's not been too bad. There's not been a lot in Pendant Dungeons. The worst one, of course, was T-Rock, but you kind of got pointed to that early. Overall, I don't think I would consider this a trolley seed.
And it was the Thieves Town Big Chest that had the Misery Mire Big Key.
Okay, well, he skipped it?
I don't know if he has the small key.
Where was the small key for Thieves Town at?
Let me see if I wrote that down. It's a good question. I don't think I wrote that down, and I should have. I want to say it was really early, but he's looking for that, or he's looking.
TGH is going back.
Good.
TGH will be in go mode here in about probably 2 minutes. Or 1:30, something like that.
Centroid's trying to figure out where that key's at.
I actually don't remember where the thief. Anybody remember where the Thieves Town small key was? I see somebody saying pod. I see somebody saying Trinex.
It wasn't Trinex.
Trinex did have a key though. I just don't think it was Thieves Town.
Maybe he does have the Meyer Big Key, or maybe he's thinking that it's in there. I need to see his menu pull back up again.
Yeah, he's been pulling up very fast. I didn't notice if the check mark was there for it. Dark Maze and Pod. Okay, everybody's saying Pod now.
Pod would make sense.
D6 was not checked when he pulled it up.
Oh no, we're gonna get another blind pedal.
For the people.
Oh, that's 2 in 1 day, folks.
That's
You're
2
welcome.
on Restream.
Yes. And now you're rich. Not really.
Yeah, Centroid doesn't like this is actually gonna hurt Centroid a lot. So he doesn't have Meyer Big Key, which is locked behind Thieves Town Small Key because it's in the Thieves Town Big Chest, and he's already completed Thieves Town.
That's rough. That's very rough.
That means that's a place he's not gonna want to go back to. So now we were saying Centroid had a lead. As soon as TGH grabs this key right here, he's gonna have the lead.
Yeah, and without a doubt, Centroid does not have the key for that. He doesn't have the small key, so he's missing that small key, and of course he doesn't have the big key for Meyer. So that's how quick a lead can change.
All right, so apparently we've had a third and fourth place finish. Third was Wolf38 with a 142.39. And Andy was fourth place with a 143.32, improved his personal best by 4 minutes.
4 minutes flat. I feel so weird saying this, but hey, good job, Andy.
These guys will be getting like sub 130 soon. You know how it is. The good runners will figure Keysanity out.
And remember, this is a newer mode. This mode is literally like 2 months old, maybe 3. So this is so new.
Yeah, a lot of people still aren't used to running it yet. But yeah, here goes TGH. He's flying. He's going straight for pod.
God. He basically 100% of this too.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of times that's what Keysanity becomes. It's a 100%. it's it doesn't happen very often. You get off easy in Keysanity.
It's very easy to do, but we can also see how it's not always required to be 100%, because look at Centroid. Centroid basically did every crystal dungeon and got away with it. If he would have just been able to have that small key from Pod, he would be fine, but he skipped it. So
yep, TGH has Pod, and then he'll be off to GT to fight Ganon. I assume he'll be done probably 10 minutes. Given his normal execution, he'll probably be done in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, I can honestly say that. TGH is one of those ones. There's a mode called NMG, which is no major glitches. Once you get, actually everything he's doing from here on out is pretty much NMG. He's going to be going straight up Ganon's Tower, no hesitation, no stopping, and there is no more randomizer aspect to this. He's probably not even going to check chests. And we have another dot done. Killer App 23 with an official SRL time in 5th place at 1 hour 45 minutes and 55 seconds. We're going to kind of keep y'all up to date with about the top 10, and from there we'll keep an eye on the runners. So really, it's kind of an aim to see if you get top 10 here. So
beautiful Helmastar room.
Yeah, those little terrapins.
Yeah, he pretty much one-shotted all of them.
Kyle LPN with a dot done of 1 hour 46:32 seconds, 6th place. And
so we've got both Rudolph and TGH in the same fight.
And yet completely different areas.
Well, here's what's hilarious. By the TGH walked in and Rudolph already had 2 parts of the mask broken. Pretty much almost had the mask completely broken. But he still almost finished the fight in the same time.
Here's why. The difference in those strats right there, you saw Rudolph use the silver arrows. You saw TGH use butter sword. It actually takes longer to switch to the silver arrows and use the silver arrows on Helmasaur than it does to just swing twice with a butter sword.
Yeah, also TGH, if you noticed, he didn't hold his sword out. He just went straight for hammering in the face.
Which is interesting.
Well, it's also faster. When you're holding your sword out, it tends to lag.
I did not know that. I've always done the sword holdout. Just that's kind of what I've learned.
If you ever try it, just switch to just the hammer. Don't hold your sword out and just go smash. It will spin you a 180 though every time you hit them, so you do have to flip back around. But you'll notice the lag difference. Yeah,
I'm sure the lag difference will definitely help. I usually get pretty lucky on Helmasaur though.
Yes, he has been in go mode. He's been in go mode since Left Side Swamp Palace, so we're a little late. But
yeah, I mean,
chat's been yelling go mode for like the last 5 minutes.
We're not allowed to yell. The Shades has prevented us from being able to yell go mode. But for your pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, TGH has been in go mode for longer than we cared to have even said.
Yeah, TGH is going to be finishing up fairly quickly. Normally Ganon's Tower is probably like 5 minutes all in all. Because it's like 2 minutes for the Ganon fight?
Optimal, yeah, just about. With Butter Sword, maybe even less.
That's true. They are doing Butter Silver, so yeah, this could be a very, very, very quick GT. It might be a blink and you miss TGH complete it.
Yeah, he's barring just some weird RNG with the sprites and things like that. Yeah, that evil. Yeah, good old Trolldorm too.
He won't get hit by Trolldorm. I assume he's gonna sword dash through him twice.
We might even see a hover strat. I've seen that from Andy quite a few times. Just been like, hey, I don't feel like doing Trolldorm 2. Peace out. And goes.
Well, I understand the GT and MG, but he's doing GT just Gauntlet. He doesn't have to check any of the chests.
Yeah, this is literally straight gauntlet. He goes in, gone.
So it's not going to be as long as normal NMG routing. Because normal NMG routing, you still have to go find the key.
Ooh, Centroid almost pushed that the wrong way. But he's going back into pod. I just realized that.
TGH must have missed the button or double hit the button because he had to go back down and run back through the spikes.
But whoops. Ooh.
Well, this isn't as flawless a start.
And as of right now, the next 4 spots are open for top 10. So nobody's done for 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th yet. Centroid's getting his butter sword. Let's see. So Rudolph's going to be heading to Thieves Town, and then probably Swamp Palace after that, and then Mire.
The expert dodges from these enemies to dodge TGH's silver arrows.
I've learned something. Fire Rod.
Oh, he missed the first arrow.
It's so easy to do. And 7th and 8th have come in. Glan, 7th place, 1 hour, 50 minutes, 51 seconds. And then Weighty Words at 8th place with 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 14 seconds. And, of course, they are putting a little bit of a comment in there. Actually, Andy decided to put comment 25 bonks, 341 menus, bleh, and then 151 spots checked.
I would be happy with 341 menu time. Mine's usually like 7 or 8 minutes.
Oh man, Andy probably has one of the lowest menu time. I can almost guarantee you TGH is probably going to be around that time with Andy. Wow, does he have any safeties?
I'm sure one of the bottles had something in it.
Oh wow, I've never seen anybody do that. Up and then down, doing the...
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that either. It's very close to the edge, though.
Yeah, that was really crazy. It's like watching somebody actually do,
He's not even gonna heal. He's just running straight through with 2 hearts.
Doing powder, whoa.
He must have a safety and backup.
And I told you. Oh no! Okay. He made it, wow. Okay, so...
And that's how you don't get trolled.
That is how you avoid Trolldorm altogether. We've got a 9th place finish with Mikan. Official SRL time of 1 hour, 52 minutes, 14 seconds. GG, and then boom, there goes 10th place. Just like that, in a flash, with DAOTMB. I do not know if that's actually got a pronunciation, but 1 hour, 53 minutes, and 4 seconds of improving their personal best by quite a bit. 14 minutes and 11 seconds. Congratulations, Doutababa. Yeah, I said it. Sorry.
Oh man, he's got a 1.5 hearts to do Ganon and Aghanim.
Oh. Now there is a... Really good. Wow, okay. But there is a safety fairy down in one of the trees that he'll probably go grab. I doubt that he's going to go in unless he has a fairy without some sort of extra health. But
they probably grabbed a potion in one of those bottles, I'm sure. He's marked as having 3 bottles. I know one was empty.
Yeah, and I thought one of them had a B. He's going in. Something tells me.
Watch, he's probably gonna beat it with 1.5 heart.
Of course he will. It's gold, silver Ganon. I'm not at all thinking otherwise. Joking me. I know better.
Oh.
But I knew better.
Oh, no fairy.
But I knew better. F's in chat.
I think he did not mean to hit the torch.
Yeah. But with that being said, though, it's also kind of a health refill for a runner like that. So, gonna go ahead and give the next couple of duns here. Kern, in particular, with 11th at 1:53.34, improving his personal best by 11 minutes. I wanted to definitely shout that one out, which is a very good job. And then 12th place, we've got Sigma finishing at 1:54.14, 12th place. So GG to you folks.
But yes, Glenn, he did skip left. He went and checked like 3 other locations before going back.
And again, I cannot stress enough, that is not all too uncommon. It is really not a bad play. So I can't say anything poor about it. It's just what happens. Boom!
Ooh, triple.
Straight punching the pig in the face, man. And I'm going to call it GG TGH.
As soon as he walks through the door, we'll give you guys his official SRL time and see if we'll come in for a chat. Alright, so official SRL time for TGH was 13th place with a time of 1 hour, 54 minutes, and 56 seconds, and that's actually an improvement on his PB of 4 minutes, 7 seconds. And his comment was 50 question marks.
Yeah. I do want to point out, too, that 2 of the runners that we have kind of been, like, all about, they both PB'd. Andy and TGH both PB'd.
Well, like you said, a lot of the runners that have been with this game for a while, they have not been that big in Keysanity yet, because Keysanity is so new. They're used to the other modes. So Keysanity is a mode that they really haven't gotten used to yet. Of course, them being so good at the game already, I mean, they're naturals at it. They're getting, you know, my PB is like 2 hours. So they're already PBing 150s, 140s, and this is probably TJ's like, TJ's like, what, probably 3rd run?
I'm sure. He mainly does open mode and things like that, so I'm not too surprised by that at all.
And I'm sure most of them are warming up for the tournament. We can ask him about that too, because I'm sure TG is probably looking forward to the tournament if he's in it. Yeah, so 14th place, a big dunka. But I think besides our other 3 on-stream runners, we probably won't be calling out any more finishes going forward.
Yeah, I don't think anymore. The only ones that I might call out would be who does a significant
PBs.
Yeah. Other than that, anybody who's just normally dot dunning, I'm not going to call him anymore out.
Yeah,
so.
I'm curious to know how many races he's done. So if he comes in, we'll see if we can ask him that too.
He's in the waiting room right now. I'm going to go ahead and drop him. TGH, sir.
Hello.
Hey, what thoughts on the seed, man? GG first off.
Thanks. I'm a little bit frustrated though. I don't know. I feel like I had a really good run except for one big mistake, and the decision to put off Swamp for last, because I typically do that. I don't like Swamp at all. I decided to do Mire first. I figured a Mire full clear wasn't that bad, and I was wrong. I skipped left side Swamp completely by accident.
That was by accident. Oh wow!
Like I didn't even realize I did it until I got to pod, and I was like, oh wait, I didn't get left side Swamp.
We'll see. It was
as it turned, that was the only real mistake I made in the run, and it cost me a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly can completely agree with you there. That was unfortunate. We were discussing that quite a bit, and we didn't know if it was intentional or not. It seems pseudo-intentional because left side is so it's annoying. Nobody likes to do left side. So it was very unfortunate to see that. But I mean, even then, how many times have you actually done Keysanity?
Not too many.
Yeah, we were noticing.
I don't know. Probably like this is probably like my 20th Keysanity.
Yeah, and keep in mind, like we were saying, TGH runs this a lot. He does a lot of randomizers. So 20 Keysanities is a small amount considering how many times he runs this. So if, like you said, you had an amazing run. You really did. Other than the left side swamp thing, it was an amazing run. You were actually at one point, you were decisively ahead, but then one of the other restream runners, Centroid, was kind of inking ahead because he didn't do the pedestal pull and was almost exclusively doing crystal dungeons. And you actually ended up pulling right back ahead because he missed a single key for going into Thieves Town to get the big key to Meyer. So he has finished Thieves Town, but missed the big key and the big chest. So
I don't even remember where any of these things were. That's like after doing a seed, it's like everything just kind of blends in. But
yeah, I see how many you run a day, and honestly, I don't know how you keep it all together in your head. You just have a really good pathing to it, man. But I really got to give you a lot of amazing praise here, man. You're a fantastic runner. And again, folks, chat, follow TGH. He deserves it. He's an amazing dude. Really awesome runner. Definitely just one of the top tier. I can't wait to see you in the Keysanity tournament, to be honest with you.
Thank you. I'm kind of wondering how that's going to go, to be honest.
Also, nice hovers.
Yeah, peace out, Trolldorm 2. We don't play that game.
Yeah, I'm guessing there at the end on Ganon, you didn't mean to hookshot the lamp?
No. I did not mean to hookshot the lamp. I just moved, I think it was like 1 pixel up by accident, and that killed me.
Yeah, we saw you do it, and it was like slow motion. We saw the fire ring go out. We saw your hookshot hit the lamp, and it was just like, oh no.
We were speculating if you had a fairy or not. It's like, he's just going to do it. Nah, he's got it. 1.5 heart, whatever. And then, of course, it was like, oh, great. Common curse. Whoops.
Yeah, also we said they would blink and they would miss GT watching you run it, and then you missed like the first like couple rooms of Gauntlet, just trolled you.
Yeah, I think I took a hit in like every single room in the Gauntlet.
You did.
It wasn't very
you
good,
actually did.
But
what happened in the spike room? I don't know what to call it. The one that has the 2 Igors.
Oh, I just completely like lost concentration and just walked out of the room. I don't know what was going on there.
Okay, because yeah, it was weird because it's like you had to jump back down to go hit the trigger again. Like
yeah, I walked out of the room, like down out of the room, and I didn't like realize it. And I was like, wait, where am I? Like I just lost focus for a couple of seconds. It happens to me sometimes.
It happens to everybody. There is definitely no. Again, one of those things, man. Everybody from a dang near professional runner to complete just you've never touched the game before can get into this and actually run this and do decent. There's a lot of room to learn and a lot of room to get better, and to see somebody at your level play, it's amazing. It's one of those things where it's like, I want to do that.
And by the way, TG, we appreciate the blind pedestal pull. That was the highlight for
problem. Chat. Honestly, that wasn't even for the restream. That was like, actually, I thought there was probably going to be something there.
Oh yeah, you were missing so much at that point. I don't even blame you. Like, you didn't even know Turtle Rock was a pendant, I don't think, until you beat Trinax.
Nah.
And when it dropped,
I didn't really care. I honestly don't really like. I'm still trying to like get together how I play Keysanity seeds. And part of me doesn't really care if a dungeon is pendant or crystal. Like, I just go in and full clear it, like, because there's probably going to be something in there regardless. I was really surprised there wasn't anything in ice.
Yeah, that was
ice
actually
is completely
a good play.
Useless, even the green pendant.
I was equally surprised by the ice thing that there wasn't anything in there.
Sword upgrade, I think, was the only thing.
Yeah.
No, there was no sword upgrade in there. It was actually where were they at? Aga, the second chest. Then it was Pod and
Meyer.
Escape.
Yeah,
and
Meyer.
I'm not sure if it was Meyer.
Meyer
Shed, yeah. So Ice literally was dead, and not even the green pendant got anything.
Okay, because I know somebody in chat was mentioning Ice Palace when we were asking where the swords were.
Now, Centroid is in Ganon's Tower, as well as mentosman8 and Rudolf. All 3 of them are going through the gauntlet right now, and Rudolf is ahead. So we are definitely going neck and neck on the last three. TGH definitely flexing his skills, man, with those hovers. So did you have any last thoughts there, TGH?
Can't say I do, other than I'm still a little bit frustrated with, I don't know, just I feel like it's I just need to get better at Keysanity. Like it's
still new.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, a lot of it carries over though. Like it's just like, and I don't think I did anything particularly wrong this seed. Maybe put Swamp a little higher up on the priority list.
I think that's only because Swamp has so many items, though.
Swamp had one item total.
Well, I mean, as far as locations, it has
Swamp had, yeah. Well, Swamp has, I don't know. It's like, it's a lot of items, but there's also like, I don't know. There's also left side, and left side just sucks. You know, it's like, I don't know. I just don't like getting Swamp earlier than I have to. So I put it off until the end, like pretty much always, and sometimes it bites me, and this was one of the ones where it bit me.
Yeah, because I think Glenn came into the chat right after he finished, and he saw you were still running, and he was like, TGH skipped the left side of Swamp again, didn't he?
I did it by accident, again.
But see, even the other runners know you well enough that they were like, he doesn't like left side Swamp.
No, I don't like it. I still usually always get it, especially in Keysanity. This time, like I decided, since I was one item from go, I would get the back first because that makes sense to do in that situation, and then go left side if I didn't get what I wanted, and then I like just completely forgot about that. I don't know.
So we found out what was in the Troll Dorm 2 chest. It was a Misery Mire small key. Oh, man.
I think you had a good run, though. I don't think you really, I mean, other than missing the left side, which, if you say it's unintentional, that's even, you know, it's a normal mistake players make.
Yeah.
I think your run overall was actually pretty great. You weren't really behind at any point. I think the only point anybody was really behind was maybe at the beginning. But that's because Rudolph made the super early gamble to go into Eastern.
Oh yeah, and get the bow.
He got the bow super early. He had silvers probably like 15 minutes in. But he put off Escape and Uncle forever.
Oh.
Yeah, literally was. But he was also the first one with Butter Sword. So, very interesting. The fact that he went to Eastern Palace, like, he's actually a part of a group of runners that does that. They like to go Eastern Palace really early, and just get those first ones, no matter what the race is.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't hate the decision. I don't mind it at all. So.
Well, the only problem with that is that, you know, if the Eastern Big Key is anywhere in the Light Worlds, that's a double dip automatically, and like that's, you know, you could avoid a double dip technically, I guess, and that's like part of trying to optimize is like trying to avoid double dips as much as possible, but sometimes they're necessary.
Also, it seemed like, especially towards the beginning, middle of the game, you and Mentos were on the exact same mindset. You two were literally following each other.
Yeah.
And everybody, like, the other two were split up from you guys, but you two were following, like, you guys were on the same screen for, like, the first, like, 30 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and then you and Centroid.
You guys high-fived a lot.
Yeah.
I really liked getting Flute in Link's house after already having done Kakariko.
Oh, I was wondering what you thought of that. I saw you do it, and I was like, huh, I wonder what he's going to think when he goes to Link's house and finds the flute. He even did magic powder.
So, real quick to point attention in, we are going to have 3 runners all in the Ganon fight at the same time because Rudolph unfortunately took a fall. So he's heading up right as the bat is going through the top of the pyramid. And this is about to be a three-way, like, to the teeth race of who's going
Rudolph got to fall in a second ahead of Mentos, who was a second ahead of Centroid.
Good Lord. Oh, man, this is something else.
Well, this is going to be a fun last interview.
Wow. This is ridiculous.
Are you watching it right now?
Yeah.
Oh, man. We got Cape Strats, we've got...
Oh, did Centroid get all the hits?
Yes.
Okay, everybody's in third.
They all have butter, so...
Yeah, everybody ended up getting butter.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I think Rudolph got hit by the bats and hit a directional input, so he fell.
Is that what caused you to get launched 50 feet by the bats?
Yes. If you're hitting any direction, once you get hit by the bats and you get to that edge, you will fall, guaranteed.
Okay, because I've been knocked, I've been 2 or 3 tiles in before and just been knocked. Oh, Centroid got hit. He got hugged. And he fell. And the first one out of the fight is mentosman.
And Rudolph did get the torch glitch, so as long as he avoids a fall here, and coming
that should be it.
Boom.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so mentosman does finish with a official SRL time of, I'm looking for it because a couple other people have jumped in there. Boom. Okay. 28th place with 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 15 seconds. Doing a wonderful job. And actually, Brewers fan JP does improve his time by 14 minutes and 39 seconds, going down to 210.20 from 224.59. And
Rudolph,
we also have
30th.
Rudolph at 30th. Which you probably already have that up. I'm still trying to find him amongst all this craziness.
He's finished in 30th place with a time of 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 39 seconds. That's actually an improvement of 6 minutes on his PB.
So there we go. We've had a lot of PB improvements this time around, which it's going to happen, especially whenever you have such a new racing style of only a few months old. So,
congrats on your PB, TGH.
Thank you.
I think it was, 4 minutes?
Yeah, it was 4 minutes.
And Centroid should be finishing soon. I think he's got 1 or 2 more hits left.
Alright guys, I'm gonna get going now. I'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot for commentating. Thanks for letting me on.
Oh, thank you for racing.
And I'll see you guys soon.
Absolutely, man. Have a good one, and good luck in the tournament.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Working on getting Mentos and Rudolph. Words are hard, by the way, especially when you're commentating.
Ooh,
So,
the Centroid got hugged. He almost died.
That's slow walk up to cannon though. Is he gonna change? Is he gonna change?
Is he gonna hug me again? I mean, he was at 2 hearts after that hug. Alright, and we'll get you Centroid's time at the end of this, and maybe we'll have a 3-person interview here in just a second. Alright, Centroid's finished in 32nd place with a time of 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 35 seconds.
Yeah, definitely GG to them.
Alright, Mentos and Centroid are on their way.
Alright, so first things first, we're going to get Mentos in here first, because he was the first of the last 3, so moving him down now. Mentos, man, hey.
How's it going?
It's going. GG to you. You actually finished second out of the restream. Congratulations on that. What are your thoughts on the seed?
Just a lot of disappointment that I realized I didn't check Zora Ledge while I was up there, and then decided, it's probably nothing. Let's never go back here again.
Oh, man. That's rough. That is rough. Yeah, the Zora Ledge, we actually had a lot of knowledge about that really early, and we were always just thinking, get to that hook shot. Come on, guys, get to that hook shot.
Bright side is we got to do a lot of sequence breaking early on that kind of paid off. Not super well, but some benefit to it.
Oh, yeah, and so what do you think you did the best on this seed?
Probably early game stuff. I felt like I was kind of doing pretty well at getting progression items, getting around the world pretty smoothly, but it kind of fell apart in the middle game.
Yeah, you here's the funny thing. You finished second, and in all honesty, you finished second literally by like seconds. You got into the Ganon fight after RudolfFahrenheit, but he took a fall, and you managed to finish just before he did. And Centroid, unfortunately, also took a fall. So, very interesting how y'all all lined up perfectly at Gauntlet and going into Agatu and getting into Ganon. Like, everything was so close.
Yeah, on Ganon, it was so after Rudolph took his fall, when he was running back up, your guys' bats were coming in to bust the roof. I think he dropped down about a second before you did, and then you dropped down a second before Centroid did.
It sounds like it was pretty nice show at the end there. I'm kind of glad that I was part of that little three-way race-off at the end there.
Even TGH said, "Wow."
Yeah, TGH finished first out of the restream, and he was sitting in chat with us for a little bit and literally watching it, going, "Oh wow!" Like, definitely a good showing. Just coming up before this big tournament starting on the 29th. So, I definitely I want to give you big props. You had a lot of good plays. You did a lot of good moves. Very, very fun to watch. You definitely showed exactly what it is to run Keysanity and run a randomizer. You showed exactly what it takes.
All right, just a couple updates. One, there was a good PB. Space Cowboy actually improved his PB about 21 minutes and 4 seconds.
Yeah, definitely congratulations to him. He had a couple choice words afterwards. That's not exactly safe for family viewing. We're going to go ahead and get Centroid down here as well. But before I do that, Mentos, man, did you have anything that you'd like to add? Anything you'd like to say?
General, thank you guys for the commentary and trackers for tracking everything. I look forward to watching this back and seeing where I was going well before I forgot Zora Ledge.
You were actually head-to-head with TGH for a while. You guys were following the same path. Literally, you guys were on the same screens at the same time for quite a while, and then you converged off, and then Centroid linked up with TGH for a little bit.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of hand clapping going on. It was interesting. High fives happening at every turn, and with Keysanity, it's really interesting to notice like how the lead, where it's hard to find a lead, typically changes. You're like, hey, that person's definitely ahead at this point, and then one small thing happens of what they may have forgot. And I'm going to go ahead and get Centroid down here right now. I do want to say, again, GG Mentos Man for being second on the restream. And here comes Centroid right now. Centroid!
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. GG, you did fantastic. Literally, between you, RudolfFahrenheit, and Mentos Man, y'all were like neck and neck within seconds of each other, getting into the Ganon fight. Rudolph unfortunately took a fall, and then as Rudolph came back, he got into the Ganon fight, then Mentos, and then you. You did come in fourth on the restream, but still an amazing showing. You were probably one of the more concise, avoiding the pendant dungeons, and keeping to the crystals. And I think the only thing that may have set you back there was missing that Misery Mire key.
I really wanted nothing to do with Ice Palace if I could avoid it, but I was gonna say I remember dipping into Turtle Rock for a while. Like, was there something important in there? I really cannot remember at this point.
Yeah, there's Bombos and one of the big keys were on Laser Bridge.
Eastern Palace Big Key and Bombos were both on the Laser Bridge. The full clear of it was not needed, and actually, I can't call it a mistake, but it was. You accidentally used that key after trying to steal the key from the Pokey, and that helped you. That actually helped you.
You go downstairs, and I didn't, and then it worked out, I guess.
Yeah, it actually saved you time. Trinex was actually pointless. It was Blue Pendant, and you didn't drop anything. And then Pedestal was Big 20.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so unfortunately, the only thing that really happened there was the Thieves Town Big Chest. You needed the small key from Pod to get into Thieves Town Big Chest to get the Misery Mire Big Key.
Yeah, but
so,
the seed was giving us like Turtle Rock small keys, so it was kind of like, if I gotta dip a dungeon, it's like, why not that one, right?
Yeah, I mean, it really it was very interesting to watch because there was a point in time where like TGH and mentosman were both pretty much neck and neck. Everybody getting similar items, and everybody had a different routing in the beginning. Not a single person chose the same route. So you saw a lot of differences, and you had a very concise route, and you were ahead decisively at one point until we realized that you were missing that Misery Mire key. And then it was like, okay, TGH pulled back ahead. So, but I mean, honestly, amazing execution. You looked very fantastic. I want to thank you for definitely, offering and doing the restream. Did you have any thoughts on the seed or anything that you'd like to add?
I mean, the only annoying thing was lack of maps and not knowing which dungeons were where. So it was kind of like items, but it's like, what items do I need to hunt for? Other than that, like, I didn't really, I didn't have any problems with it.
Yeah, I didn't even. We asked TGH this because I mean he's a pretty well-known runner of the randomizers in this community and everything like that. Mentos, man, how many times have you run Keysanity? Or have you run it quite a bit since it's been released a few months ago?
Not as much as I could have, but a decent chunk of it.
How about you, Centroid?
Oh, you're talking about Keysanity?
Yeah, Keysanity in itself.
Played like 12 or 15 over the last month or so.
Yeah, so only a few. Yeah, because it's extremely new. Are you, Mentos, man? Are you entered into the tournament?
I am. Yeah.
How about you, Centroid?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic. Hey, I want to wish you both good luck on that. I hope the best for you, and I really hope that y'all do a fantastic job.
Well, we do have Rudolph in waiting as well. Do you want me to go ahead and pull him down?
Yeah, go ahead and pull him on down.
Hello, Rudolph.
And Rudolph, you there?
He may not have his push to talk enabled.
Okay.
We'll give him a second. Other than that, it didn't seem like the seed was too trolly to you guys. There was a couple big keys that eluded you guys for a while. Otherwise, all the items seemed to line up fairly well. I didn't really notice anything crazy happen. Oh, wow. There was a big PV.
Something tells me he may not have ran very...
Yeah, so this guy, his name is Knock. Just finished in 41st place. His time is 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 48 seconds. It's a PB improvement of 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 11 seconds.
A whole nother run. Yes.
Sorry, I accidentally had this muted. Did you ask me something?
Hello, how you doing, Rudolph?
Pretty good, thanks. I mean, that went better than I expected, given all the mistakes.
You would have finished second if you hadn't have taken that fall out of the restream, if you hadn't have taken that fall to Ganon.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was close. Like, let's put it this way. After you fell, when you got back up to the top of the tower to fall back in, both Centroid and Mentos fell in within 2 seconds of you falling in the second time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Mentos beat you by, I think, like, maybe 2 seconds. It was close. And then Centroid was a little bit behind. He took a fall again as well.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad about chickening out against Trinex and using my blue potions, so I figured I would show off against Ganon to make up for it. And we all saw how that went.
So the big question I have for you, Rudolph, is the beginning of your race was very interesting. So you have a very interesting routing choice. So you went straight to Eastern. It was almost immediate to Eastern.
Yeah, I actually do that on purpose because I like to, for better or worse, have different items than the other runners. It makes things a bit more interesting, I feel like.
I think the only other thing that kind of was interesting was you put off Escape for a very long time, and that whole the uncle had Fire Rod, and that had the first sword technically too. It wasn't your first sword, but it was the first sword.
That's because I forgot.
I was wondering about that. And oddly enough, we were pointing this out before. You were the last one to get a sword, but you were the first one to have all 4 swords. So
You were the first one to butter.
Huh. I don't remember where most of them were.
We do Mire chest. There was one in Pod. It was the Misery Mire shed, Pod, and then Aga Tower.
yeah, and Escape, of course. So
Oh, right.
yeah, like I do want to say that with the odd route I say route divergence, but the odd route that you took, I definitely have to call it odd, not bad. It was definitely different, and it worked. It was a very good choice, and it helped. You had the bow earlier than anybody else, way earlier, and you were running through with no sword, and you were doing just fine. You were literally getting through everything. You actually had a very similar clear of TGH. You actually had searched about 5 or 6 less locations than the other runner. Centroid had 162 and mentosman had 167. You had 161. So. But
I thought I was embarrassing myself with the hammer early on. Do not like that weapon.
The hitbox on the hammer is, if you're not used to it, it can be a little disgusting.
Tell me about it.
Yeah,
I was overjoyed.
It can be rough.
I was overjoyed when I found the sword.
I think the mini Moldorms are just terrible trying to hit them with the hammer anyways. I'd rather bomb them.
Yeah, I'd rather bomb them before anything. Yeah, without a doubt, fantastic job. I can't say it enough. Chat, please follow these runners. Follow these runners. They deserve it. They are fantastic. They provided you entertainment again, and apparently TGH wants to provide more entertainment.
He's already doing what he can.
So, any last thoughts from any of you gentlemen, Rudolph, mentosman, Centroid? Any last thoughts? Anything final that you'd like to say?
That pedestal poll was for you guys.
That big 20 was for chat. So, go ahead and close us out there, Karma.
All right. So thank you guys all for coming out to watch our last daily of the day. We will have another one tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I was joined here commentating by Unknown Availability. Thank you, man, for helping me commentate. We had it's Sudamo, and we had Ursula4115 on tracking. Also did an excellent job of keeping track of that, even with all the crazy routes. So thank you to both of you for your hard work behind the scenes. And also congratulations to our runners. You guys all did amazing. It was a really close end of the game race between you all, and it was really fun to watch.
Yeah, and I do want to say special shout out to Ursula, as a matter of fact, constantly giving me good key updates and things like that. I have to say that, without a doubt, helping me and us keep track of keys. That's a very easy thing to lose track of. But thank you again, folks. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Come see us again tomorrow, and do not forget, well, I say tomorrow, today, depending on your time zone. And don't forget that the 29th, Monday, is when the big Keysanity tournament starts. There's over 230 some odd runners in this, and there's going to be quite a few races for you to watch, not only here on Speed Gaming 1, 2, 3, and 4, but on ALTTP or Randomizer 1, 2, 3, and 4, as well as what is the other one? The other like affiliate. I'm trying to remember what it's called, and I am blanking on it.
Randomania?
Randomania 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is also where you can catch these. The races are going to be spread out amongst all of those, so you're going to have probably 12 different channels that you can keep up with to see these heads-up races in Keysanity tournaments. First race tomorrow is going to be Keysanity. Have a great night, folks. Thank you again.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely, and thank you for running.